Good morning and welcome to Automation News Headlines for Tuesday, October 8th, 2024. It's great to be back with you all. I hope you're having a great day today. Let's go ahead and take a look at the top news headlines in industrial automation. And we will start with a reminder that I got to press this button here. And that button's not taking effect. Well, I can do it manually. Why did that stop working? There we go. Is everything working? Everything's still, I just did the morning show, which is a fairly longer one for members. And yeah, interesting. Very interesting there, StreamYard. What are you doing? All right, it looks like we're live. So let's start with, let me back up a second. If you do enjoy these episodes, even though sometimes things don't work as expected, please consider giving us a like, a sub, and a share, because that really helps me grow the audience. And then maybe someday I'll have somebody competent running these buttons. But in any case, let's go ahead and get to our first story here. Rockwell has added wireless interfaces to their Stratix 4300. These are from remote access, either 2-port or 5-port. You can see here they have LTE and they have Wi-Fi available now. Very interesting there. Next up, ABB has launched a new energy efficiency service. So that's pretty cool. And what that does is, robots can use a lot of energy. And if maybe the programming wasn't optimized, you're using energy you don't need to. You're wasting energy. So I thought that was interesting. Then we go over to, let's see here. Then we go over to Inductive, and they have an article recapping what's new with ignition and everything that was talked about at their ICC conference that just ended recently. And that keeps doing that. Softing had a couple of announcements. First of all, they presented their new Ethernet APL field switch at SPS. They also have integrated OPCUA information modeling into their edge products and their secure integrated server. So I need to learn more about information modeling inside of OPCUA. From there, we go over to Turk, and I thought this was a really interesting product. They have, not an industrial switch that's interesting, but look at these guys. First of all, 5, 8, and 16 ports are available, right? All of these units have a voltage range from 6 to 36 volts DC, right? They're IP30 rated. They're very, very thin. Look like the thinnest ones I've seen so far. And their temperature range, now there's no special thing needed to get this temperature range. It's minus 40 to 70 C. So definitely at that temperature range, I think these guys are probably the new winner for the smallest. I mean, look at the 5-port. It's all really, the front is just all the ports and the lights. So I think they probably are the winner now for the smallest switch with the widest temperature range and the widest voltage range. Very interesting stuff here. So in any case, of course, they have other products as well, but I wanted to share that with you from Turk. Now, over at the Automation blog, just a reminder that last week, we released our first look at the mocks of Wi-Fi 6 access points and clients. I set them up and they just worked. So that's like, what else can you say about a product? And then I had my conversation with Steve Mustard about what he's seeing as trends in industrial automation, digitalization, digitization, and all that. And Steve has unique perspectives because he works in industries that haven't worked in. And just a fun conversation. The video is members only, but the audio is free, as always, for everybody. And, of course, we had What's New in Automation yesterday. I did also go back and update all the links in the 2 shows from a week and a half before I did my online training. If you want to see pictures of the training room where I did my online training, you'll see them in yesterday's What's New in Automation. From there, over at the Automation School, because tomorrow I am releasing that Slick 100 video I've been talking to you guys about. How to connect to a Slick 100 and upload this program. I'm also going to be putting a mini course over at the Automation School on that. So anybody who wants to get all the manuals that I've collected over the years, all the free software I've collected over the years, anybody who wants to have maybe an extended version of that, maybe ask questions like, hey, Shawn, when you said this, do you mean that? I'm not going to troubleshoot their Slick 100 for them. There's a manual that does that with them. But, it'll be $9.99, buy one's own forever. So you'll be seeing that come hopefully this week. Slick 100 Quick Start. From there, we go over to some more new products. We had SMC release a new speed controller with pilot check valve. That's the ASP-S series, ASP-S. And then IDEC released, now we talked about this a week and a half ago, their combined PLC-HMI, the FT1J and FT2J. And yes, I have an open invitation to IDEC to come on the show to talk about their products. They haven't accepted yet, but would love to have them on. But today, what's different now is that they have this video here, and they also have a press release that goes through all of the advanced features of this new product from them. So check that out if you're interested. Also, OPTO22 on their blog, they've updated their Groove system configurator. We saw them when they came on the show. We saw them go through that, and it was very impressive then. Now it's even updated, so you can do even more things with it. So I wanted to let you guys know about that. This video, now I usually don't share videos in the headlines. I usually only do that in the members only show. But this one was so cool, I did want to share it. It's from Emerson, and it's about a product they use to detect CO2 leaks. And in this case, they're looking for CO2 leaks in barrels of beer, in kegs, right? And I really thought this was interesting. Not only can it do 200 kegs per minute, 200 kegs per minute, which I found impressive, but also I also thought it was interesting that on the front of the unit, it looks like it has an Allen Bradley PanelView 800, which makes me wonder if they have a micro 800 in there. Because why would you use the PanelView 800 if you weren't going to use a micro 800? But 200 kegs, like that's some pretty good leak detection. So I wanted to share that with you guys, just a fun video. From there, we go over to, and I didn't check, but Rockwell had a ton of new manuals out, right? And so I didn't even cover them all this morning in the full show. But one thing I want to bring up is that they had new manuals on View Site Edition and View Machine Edition. They both are labeled V15. To me, that means V15 might be out. I didn't check to see if it's out. Unlike Siemens, Rockwell doesn't have a page you can monitor to see what new patches and softwares are released. You got to individually look for them. If I'm wrong about that, let me know. But I've searched and I can't find the old one. There was an old one we used to use. It was great, but the literature still works. You know, newest literature, but not newest software downloads. So in any case, sample code works, the newest sample code, but not one for software downloads. So just any of you out there using FactoryTalk View, you guys know I teach FactoryTalk View Site Edition and the PanelView Plus over at the Automation School. It looks like version 15 is out. I got to reach out to the product manager. We just had him on to do 14. He'll probably want to wait till after Automation Fair to do 15, but I look forward to getting him back on. I thought he did a great job, real detailed job on 14 recently. So with that, just a reminder, please, if you do enjoy these shows, I know I'm not perfect and I make mistakes, but if you do enjoy them, please give us a like and a sub and share them. It's the only, real way that I can provable, reliable way to grow the audience and find new vendors to cover and to sponsor us so we can do more things. Also, if you want to support the show, you can do it. We've had this membership program. I think it's been 6 months now. You can be a member either on theautomationblog.com or on YouTube. I'm still waiting for Locals and Rumble to do something. I'm still waiting for Patreon to add streaming. So I have not found any other place else that I can do this. So it's on theautomationblog.com, on YouTube. You get all the benefits listed here. If you just go to theautomationblog.com/join, you'll see all the membership benefits there. And you can also join on YouTube. I try to keep parity between the two. So with that is it for today's show. I want to wish you guys all good health and happiness. Now, if you live down south, keep an eye on that hurricane because it's getting really strong. And so I want you all to be safe. I got to call my son, remind him, make sure you have like a week or two of dried goods or food available and water and all that kind of stuff for your wife and kids because you got to make sure, power could go out. You got to make sure you're all set. So in any case, if you're in that area, please make sure you're prepared for the hurricane. If you're not in that area, then join me in praying for the people in that area. And, we'll hope for the best. But with that, I want to wish you guys all good health and happiness. And until next time, my friends, peace.